The Dakar opened with huge volcanic rocks wreaking havoc. Nasser Al-Attiyah had 2 punctures in the first 50 kilometres, leaving him with no spare wheel. Stefan Petterhansel led the field away, but Riley remarked that he didn't know how to drive after 2 punctures in the last 50 kilometres. In fact, the stage was won by 2 men who were unlikely to even be competing in the Ultimates this year, Xavier Panseri and Guillaume de Mévius.
Xavier Panseri.
My first idea after Dakar last year was to still do 1 year in T3 and go in the Ultimate in 25, but we get the chance to overdrive to try in Morocco and then to make it to here, and for sure I think it was a good decision. I'm very happy, and we did a very good job today with Xavier, and yeah, perfect day for us.
1 month ago I decided to don't come on Dakar because I didn't have proper challenge, and then Guillaume came in the game. For sure the challenge was really nice, and we start quite well, so it's okay, it's perfect.
So on to stage 2 of the Dakar, and the first trip into the dunes for the competitors. Most of them simply happy to leave yesterday's rocks behind. Home hero Yazid Al-Raji had a solid stage 1, finishing 7th, and is optimistic for today.
I think we can finish today in top 3, top 4. I think this is good plan, and we go forward, not our position, try to go in top 5 today and see tomorrow what's going on. Still long race.
I think we are in a great position. We have great guys in front of us and also behind, so we are in a good train, let's say, with a good momentum going. The stage today seems to be a little easier in terms of rocks, but I'm sure Dakar is never easy. But at least in terms of rock, we can be a little bit less worried and just focus on being fast and navigating well.
First off the line, yesterday's stage winner. De Mévius tearing off over the first few kilometres that were flat and a bit stony, but then for the first time in 2024, the cars hit the dunes. These dunes always a major challenge on the Dakar. Urvo Manama was one of the drivers to run into trouble in his Rally Raid Estonia Century TR7T. He and co-driver Risto Lepic had to dig themselves out, while South African duo Henny de Klerk and Joan Moore were also having issues. Back to De Mévius, and the 29-year-old reckoned his experience in the T3 Challengers helped him avoid any punctures yesterday. But on a smoother stage, he didn't quite have the same pace. 18th leaves him 5th overall. We made a little mistake and Carlos caught us, so then we were in his dust. Then we got lost, then we had a puncture, so the last part was a lot more complicated. But that's it, we're here, and we'll see what our time was. The opening the stage was not easy. Lucas Moraes ran comfortably in the top 10 throughout the stage after a strong 6th place in stage 1. The Brazilian came home 9th, but only after some late drama. The X-Raider Regis Mini of Zala Vaidodas had a strong run yesterday, finishing 4th. Today was a little more tricky, finishing the stage in 13th place after losing time with a couple of mistakes. Lucas Moraes can pick up the story.
I took 6 minutes out of you. I thought you were gonna stay.
No, but then I catch you again.
I know, but you got 6 minutes, bro. 6 minutes already in front.
We managed to catch Zala because of navigation error for them. We took 6 minutes out of him. And then, okay, he will start to play in the Sentinel game, but we were 6 minutes ahead. I thought he was going to stay in the train behind us because we took 6 minutes out of him. But then he tried to pass. We almost collide 150k. We almost hit each other.
It's kind of weird that the guys don't want to let pass, I mean, it's really dangerous to drive so fast in the dust. I think it's best for everybody if you stop and let pass, and that's it.
Yazid Al-Raji finished 7th yesterday in his overdrive Toyota Hilux, which, considering he had 2 punctures in the first 70 kilometres, was a pretty decent effort. Today, through the dunes, the Saudi looked in strong form and ran as high as 2nd at 1/3 distance. Ultimately, he slipped down to 5th at the end of the stage, but is 2nd overall, just 1 minute 51 seconds off the rally lead. On the other hand, only 2 stages in, 5-time winner Nasser Al-Attiyah is 12 minutes off the lead of the rally. 2 punctures yesterday and a mechanical problem today have made it a stressful couple of days. Despite today's time loss, he finished the stage 4th and arguably could have won had he not hit trouble.
around 100k. We broke the rear arm, and it was cost more than 10 minutes. We prepare and then we come back again. We try to push and we stuck behind some car, and then we manage, but okay. I think we did a good job.
There was so much buzz around Seth Quintero coming into the Dakar. Then he finished second in the prologue, and there was a feeling he could be a real contender. He only managed 20th on stage 1, but today he led briefly and caught the back of Loeb on the road. He couldn't pass, so settled in behind, ultimately finishing a very comfortable third. But the fight for the stage victory was enthralling. A miserable day yesterday for Sébastien Loeb, which he described as hell, had the Frenchman 19th on the road. But at the 100-kilometre point, he was 2 minutes and 45 seconds behind Stefan Petterhansel's leading Audi. An Audi at the front is becoming a common sight this year. Matthias Ekström won the prologue, and he and Carlos Sainz shared the lead at times yesterday. If Petterhansel won the stage, he would become the joint record Dakar stage winner on 50, bringing him level with Ari Vatanen. But Loeb was coming. After 340 kilometres, he was just 5 seconds behind the Audi. It felt like one of those Loeb days. When he's on a mission, he's unstoppable. But today, he was stoppable. Petterhansel pushed and managed to hold on to win the stage by just 29 seconds. In doing so, he tied Vatanen's Dakar record, but Loeb pushed him all the way. It was a real driver's stage with a bit of everything. Dunes, tracks and off-piste with not easy navigation. There were some really hidden things. I think we managed a good stage. 2 or 3 little navigation mistakes, but we quickly found our way again and we drove well. Today at least we managed a good time, and it was a pleasure driving. The tracks are really nice. There were some dunes in the morning which put us back in the sand bath. We had no punctures and very small navigation mistakes. Nothing serious. It was a good stage. So here are the results from stage 2, with Lucas Moraes rounding out the top 10 and a strong run from Guerlain Chichery after his travails yesterday. The favourites were all near the front, with the impressive Quintero behind the legends Loeb and Petterhansel. It was a quiet day for Carlos Sainz. After finishing second in stage 1, he could only manage 8th today, the slowest of the Audis, but that's still enough to move him into the lead of the rally overall. Behind Sainz sits Razid Al-Raji, with Loeb's strong run today leaving him third. Today's stage winner, Petterhansel, is down in 9th, 13 minutes behind Carlos Sainz.